Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and in this video I'm going to review Season 3, Episode 3 of Awkward, A Little Less Conversation. This episode was really funny, and it was also a really sweet episode, like towards the end, and it really showed that even though couples fight and might disconnect, they don't necessarily need to break up, and I like that Awkward touched on that, because a lot of times in these TV shows when a couple has a fight, boom, they break up. They didn't break up in this episode though, but they're sort of hinting at a breakup that I'm going to talk about. I'm hoping it's not going to happen. But I do think I know where the writers are going with this. Where they're going to go with this at the end of the season. But let's get to the episode. The episode, of course, was about the aftermath of Jenna telling Matty that, that she told Jake and Matty being upset. So Matty isn't even talking to her, and she says something to him, and all he says is, "Sure, babe." And when she tells Tamara and Ming about this, they both tell her that she basically has been, "Sure, babe" is code word for you're gonna break up. And, this is kind of true, I think. I mean, I myself probably, if I wouldn't say exactly that, but that's probably, yeah, if we say that, it means we're ignoring the girl, because we honestly don't care. Because usually it's sure, whatever, who cares? I don't care. Things like that. So yeah, that's basically what happens. So yeah, that's basically what happens when Sure Babe happens. So I thought that was pretty funny how that all happens. So Jenna doesn't really know what to do. She can't even, all she can do with Matty is have sex. She can't even talk to him. All she can do is have sex with him. And she asked Tamara to basically, she decides to host a BFGF. And we also see that Ming has a boyfriend. But we see, and so that was kind of funny. So her boyfriend goes too, but we see that she also invites her older boyfriend, and I thought that was funny. What happened with Ming? I think it's going to be pretty funny to see her and that girl. I think that's going to be pretty funny, as well. But the other thing I loved was that pretty much also then what happens is things are not going well. And Jake and Jenna keep communicating, and you can see that Tamara and Matty are definitely getting jealous. And every time they do, they end up doing a Chinese fire drill. And that, I have to say, that was hilarious. I absolutely love that. Every time, they were talking, Matty was like, "Chinese fire drill." Or they were saying, they were like, "Remember this song?" And then Tamara changed the song. She went, "Chinese fire drill." And I thought that was hilarious. And then when Matty and was listening to Jake and Jenna, he's like, "Backseat Chinese fire drill." And Jenna's like, "You can't do a backseat Chinese fire drill." That was really funny. And so basically they stay in that car all that time. And Matty's basically like, "Are we going to stay in this car all this time?" And he finally wants to talk to her. But Jenna doesn't want to talk to Matty. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't want to talk to Matty. So she keeps stalling him, and she ends up stalling him with charades, and we find out she doesn't even like that game. But she stalls him with charades, and it sort of gets a little bit emotional because Jenna and Jake remember Jenna and Jake remember a event that happened. They are playing charades, and you can see that they are very connected. They remember everything about each other. I mean, she ends up playing charades, and he guesses when Harry met Sally right away. And he was like, and so he basically remembers where it was, when it was, and you can see that Tamara also gets jealous. So that's basically what ends up happening there. And then Tamara basically tells Jenna that if Matty wants to talk, he can talk, and Jake and Tamara have a very nice conversation together, so I thought that was nice. A little less conversation, by the way, is perfect title for this episode, because Jen doesn't want to have a conversation, but Matty does want to have a conversation. So then we see that Jenna is finally does talk to Matty, and I really love this scene. It's probably my favorite scene from the episode because it was a really sweet scene, in my opinion. It wasn't just funny, it wasn't a dramatic scene, it wasn't a sad scene. It was just a really sweet scene between the two of them. And he basically asked her why she told Jake. He's not upset with her that she didn't tell about she didn't tell him about the fake pregnancy. He's upset with her that she did not tell him about the that she told Jake and not him. And I can see where he's coming from. If I were him, though, I would be upset that she didn't tell me about the fake pregnancy. Not that just she told Jake. I'd be more upset that she didn't tell me about the fake pregnancy because that was a big deal and something we should talk about. If I had a girlfriend, that's how I would think. If my girlfriend was like, Jenna, that's what happened. I don't have a girlfriend, but whatever. But that's what will probably happen. So they have a really nice, sweet scene together. I really love this scene. Pretty much he asked Jenna why she talked to Jake, and she basically said that she could talk to Jake when they were in a relationship. They never had to go through this. And Matty basically tells her how they can talk about whatever, and everything goes well, and they kiss, and everything goes well for them. Now, we do see a couple things with the subplot, so let me get to the subplot first, and then I'll talk about the only thing I didn't like in this episode. And not that I didn't like it, I just think it's a little, I don't think they need to do it, and I don't know why they did it exactly, but it was fine for what it was. I mean, it wasn't anything that bad. So we see that Valerie is still trying to investigate the murder of Ricky Schwartz, and it was hilarious. She ends up banning peanuts, and she's like, do you have a peanut? Do you have a peanut? Do you have a peanut? She goes up to Matty, and she's like, do you have a nut in your mouth? That was hilarious. That was really funny. And then Jenna basically said, very important question, and then you saw the awkward title scene. Hilarious. That was fantastic, the way that worked. So then you basically see that, yeah, so she ends up talking to Saide, and everyone's ignoring Saide. No one really wants to be around Saide because they all think she killed Ricky Schwartz. And so Valerie and the other staff take Saide into the office, and they say they're not trying to get her in trouble. And I like the way they said it. We're not trying to get you in trouble. We're just trying to inspect a few questions. And I don't know if this was just because they were scared of her, or they were upset, or if they didn't know what she was going to do. Personally, I think they were scared of her. And who wouldn't be scared of Saide? Well, we basically see Saide basically says she did not do it, and Matty ends up calling her on the telephone. And I don't know why Matty called her, you're dating Jenna, not Saide. Why are you calling Saide? You're dating Jenna. And I thought that was a very douchey move. Why did you do this, Matty? But it was a nice scene. We basically find out that Saide's parents are broke. They're broke. They're completely disconnected from her. Because they are broke and they have jobs. They have a lot of jobs. They both have jobs, and she feels very alone. And I thought this was really sad. I'm really hoping that if they do break up Jen and Matty, that she goes right back to Jake. I think that's what they're gonna do. Actually, it seemed like that from this episode. That Tamara and Jake are gonna break up, and Matty and Jenna are going to break up. I feel like that's what's going to happen, but I'm not entirely sure if that's what's going to happen. I feel like that's what they're trying to make happen. And if that is what's going to happen, that'd be awesome, because I think it'd be cool to see Jake and Matty together. I did not see Season 2 or Season 1, but I'm going to get them on DVD probably next week. And I can't wait to get them, because I'm definitely looking forward to watching Season 1 and 2. I'm sorry, it's my allergies. But yeah, I really love this episode. I thought it was really funny. And the problem for the next episode looks like everybody's talking about sex. And the episode is called Let's Talk About Sex. Perfect title for the episode. Looks like Tamara wants to have sex with Jake, and Matty and Jenna are gonna have sex, and their parents come, and Matty's parents come over, as well as Jenna's, and they sort of disagree. I think that's gonna be pretty funny. And basically everyone's going to find out about Saide parents being broke and what happened to her. And it should be a really funny episode. I really love this episode. I thought it was really great. And still, I'm hooked on this show. I really, really love it. So definitely A+ for Awkward, 10 out of 10, loved it, and definitely can't wait for more episodes. So that's it for my review of Awkward. Let me know what you guys thought of it. What do you think of the whole thing? Do you think Jake and Jenna are going to get back together? That's personally what I think is going to happen, but I'm not entirely sure. Would you like Matty and Sadie together? I don't know. Oh, by the way, Tamara, hilarious in this episode. She was the best part of this episode. She was making me laugh hysterically. Like when she found out about the BFF, she's like, oh, BFF. That's exactly how she said it, you know, in her high-pitched voice and everything. And I don't know why, but she reminds me, every time I see her in this show, since I've seen the last 2 episodes, she keeps reminding me of Kat Valentine from Victorious, and I think that's why I love her so much. Red hair, very energetic, very hyper, you know, always speaking the same happy, high-pitched voice, childish voice almost, and she just keeps reminding me of Kat Valentine from Victorious. You guys think of that? So that's it for my review. Hope you enjoy it. In my next video will be my review of Michael Bublé's new CD, so stay tuned for that. Bye!